Hello and welcome everyone. Today we're going to be talking about a very special experience that we're seeing happening all around us. And no matter where you are on earth, you are probably going through this right now. Because the vibrations and the higher frequency vibrations that are coming into the earth at this moment in time are to assist us to take, if you will, one of the final steps that is required to bring us closer to that enlightened state. And the name of this video, the title that we've given it, is the inner child. Now, the inner child is not to be confused with the ego, although it will certainly at times seem like it's the ego that's playing up. But where this comes from is from the very beginning of our incarnation here as human being on this planet. We incarnated with parents that we agreed to be incarnated with to experience certain experiences, and in our first years of life, from 0 to 7 and 7 to 14, a lot of our programming, a lot of our experiences were taken on board as if it was a part of our personality. And what these energies that are coming into the earth right now are forcing us to look at are these programs that were built in, if you will, at that very young age. Now, there will have been times, I'm sure you've seen these children around, or maybe even experienced it with your own children, where they'll lie down on the floor and they'll throw a tantrum. Well, basically, if you really look at some of the experience that we're having in our lives right now, although we're not laying down on the floor and we're not throwing the paddywhack tantrums, we are basically with our energy throwing that tantrum. And this is where it's coming from. It's coming from this programming for the inner child. Now, dear friends, you are no longer that inner child. You're an adult. You know much more than that tiny little child did. So what we'd ask you to do is, when you see these aspects of yourself coming up in arguments or conversations or communications, play the movie back again. Play the experience back again and look how you reacted. Look how you responded. And we dare to bet that a part of it, perhaps if it was kind of childish, it was coming from your inner child programming. What we'd like you to do is to just be, if you will, an impartial observer and play the movie back again of what you just experienced, what you just did. An impartial observer. That's very important, because we're going to start to work with this inner child and this programming to bring it to the light, to bring it to the forefront. Because many of us have experienced in our lives that perhaps we didn't get that attention that we were so searching for, looking for as that child. Maybe we didn't get it.
Love.
Maybe we didn't get that love that we were so hungry for as a child. Maybe our parents just didn't know how to do it. I mean, they didn't get a manual, did they? And we certainly didn't get a manual with our children.
Yes,
we winged it.
And there were programs, Boys Don't Cry.
For instance, how many boys heard from their parents, stop crying, you're like a big baby, or boys don't cry, they're supposed to be.
But where are the tears?
Yeah, what did we do them? We hid them down inside. And in truth, dear friends, we were damaging ourselves, and we're still damaging ourselves today. So, if you're male and you're going through these experiences, well, for goodness sake, let the tears go. Because we're human too, you know. And girls, you were told, you know, go play with your dollies, or or kind of get out of my sight. I don't want that snivelling child next to me at the moment. Go away, go play, whatever. You were shooed. And this is what the little girl remembers. And she went away with a little dolly and a handkerchief, and she cried her eyes out and heartbroken sometimes. And these are memories that are inside of us, and when some of these experiences come onto our path, we react from that inner child. As adults, we're still often reacting from that perspective of our life. Now, what we want to do today is we want to take you on a little inner journey. Now remember, as we take you on this inner journey, it is possible that little bits and pieces will rise up inside of you, thoughts, experiences, memories, tears. Well, if there are tears, please do let them go. Please do allow them to flow, because the tears will help you to release those old experiences. But as we take you through this journey, we're going to take you in there as that inner child and give you a little protective, safe space, a space that you'll feel absolutely loved, absolutely wanted, hugged, appreciated for the beauty of the child, the being, the creation that you are. We want to give you that safe place to be able to come inside and recognize these particular aspects of yourself, because they are coming to the surface. They must come to the surface because it is a part of our ascension and leaving, if you will, the old programs behind. So we'd like to take you on the journey, and then we'll take it just a little bit further. So if you wouldn't mind just relaxing, closing your eyes, taking 2 or 3 deep breaths, and while you have your eyes closed, we want to take you into your heart space. And inside this heart space, we want you to imagine your Garden of Eden, your paradise. As you step through the doorway of your Garden of Eden, we want you to spend a moment here imagining the sounds of the birds,
the smells,
the butterfly wings, the smells, the beautiful smells of the flowers. Feel the gentle breeze as it caresses you. And though you have your eyes closed right now, this other you that's inside of you has its eyes wide open, it's enjoying the beauty, becoming deeply and deeply relaxed. And here in the very center of this beautiful garden, there's an enormous old tree, very familiar old tree.
The tree of life.
It is your tree of life. I want you to walk towards it. And as you walk towards it, you can feel this beautiful energy, peaceful, joyful, loving, relaxing. And as you come around the side of the tree, right in front of you, see this beautiful little sand pit. And you're kind of surprised. No, what's a sandpit doing here? Well, we want you to go into this sandpit, and we want you to see yourself as that little child, to feel yourself and remember how you perhaps might have entered into that sandpit as that child, full of imagination, free to express, free to be that child. And you might even want to build a sandcastle or two. What do you think?
Yes.
Yeah. Shall we build sandcastles together?
Yes.
Yeah, why not? You can invite a friend into your sandpit if you wish. Like I just invited Mario into my sandpit. And friends, if you do invite another being into your sandpit, be aware that it's quite possible, because you're in this safe place, that old sores, old experiences, old pains might come to the surface. You might even build the sandcastles and one of them go into this tantrum and you might destroy the sandcastle.
Yes.
You might actually hurt each other's feelings. because you threw that tantrum and broke that sandcastle. Well, you know what, folks? That's absolutely not a problem, because that's why we've brought you here. Because this is a safe place. Now imagine this was San Mario's sandpit and I've just trampled her sandcastle. Basically, I've hurt her feelings because she thought it was beautiful and she was very proud of it. Now Mario can move me out of her sandpit because it's hers.
Yes.
It's her safe place. Now, if I'm being a bad boy, she can just send me away. Go away. Go to your own sandpit, you. And that's okay. It'll happen. You must trust that that will happen so that you can come back into that safe place yourself. But how we have done it, how we experience it, yes, she's trampled a couple of my sandcastles when she was mad at me, and I've trampled a couple of hers. But what we've always found, the love that we have, certainly the love that these inner children, this inner child experiences, we decided to split this sandpit in two, and Mario went to build her thing and I went to build my thing. And what eventually came out was a very beautiful lotus blossom.
Yes.
Mario's was beautiful, and when we'd finished, I was stood in awe, just admiring what she had created.
You gave me some jams.
And I kind of felt, well, look at mine. And I'm one of these people that loves a lot of colours. I love a lot of gems and stuff like that. So I really fancied mine up. And Mario's was just still the same, so I offered her some of my gems. You know, would you like to make yours just a little bit more colourful? And of course, before we knew it, we were crossing over into each other's lotus blossoms, helping each other to make it even more beautiful together. Two children playing together in harmony, expanding and growing and making things more and more beautiful. And we had a great time as we experienced that. But dear friends, it is quite possible as you're playing in this sandpit, whether you're on your own or with your little friend, it's quite possible as you look up and you see around your sandpit, it's quite possible that you'll see other figures stood there. Remember, this is your sandpit. So these figures can only enter your sandpit with your permission. It's also possible as you use this exercise more and more that there'll be figures standing at the side of the sandpit where you've experienced painful experiences with them. And they're more or less waiting patiently and lovingly for you to invite them into the sandpit so that you can communicate in this safe place.
Yes.
Remember, we said many of us are not experiencing the love of that little child, that we didn't get the attention, we didn't get the compassion, we didn't get the hugs of the love that we desired. It's quite possible that that being is now stood at the edge of the sandpit. And they want to come in and they want to let you know, hey, I'm sorry, but I didn't get the manual neither. And I did my best. And I'm sorry that I didn't do that with you. Can we do it now, together, here in this sandpit? And you know, folks, this is just an absolutely beautiful way, as an adult, if you will, playing together with the child in the sandpit, being both of them that inner child and exuding love, offering that what was lacking in that phase of our lives. It is very, very healing. And oh, dear friends, if there are tears there, and I can feel them myself right now, if there are tears there, well, guess what? Let them flow. Cry together. Put your arms around each other. Well, you know what? We hadn't intended this, but this is how powerful it is. You can heal your inner child.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Well, folks, you're seeing by us that this is a very powerful experience. And there'll be times when you'll go in and you'll use this and you'll heal more and more aspects of yourself. And if you can't find a way out, or you can't find a way to release it, then, dear friends, come and find somebody, a professional, that is able to assist you and guide you in a very, very loving way. There are two sat here in front of you right now. But there are many, many more of us out there in the world. Seek contact with these people, because they will assist you to find that and heal that inner child within you, to heal the tantrums, the experiences, whatever it is,
The fears, the anger.
the fears, the anger, the lack. They can and will help you if you get stuck. So please don't sit on your own. Don't try to figure it out on your own and just, crop it all up. We are out there. We can help. And we love to help. Because somehow or other we just know that every time that we do this for ourselves or collectively, we're helping the whole of humanity take that last step towards our ascension.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, dear friends, play with this one and listen to the video a few times, how we take you into that inner heart, into your Garden of Eden, to your Tree of Life, to your sand pit. Listen to it a few times so that you can travel that journey on your own inside yourself. Maybe you will want to use our voices. That's okay too. But it's always better to go inside and listen to your own voice. So dear friends, with this inner child, please do come back to us and let us know what you've experienced. And please don't get stuck. Come to us.
It's very powerful.
It's a very, very powerful healing method for the inner child. As you just saw.
We call it simple.
Yeah, it is simple, but it is oh so powerful.
Yes.
And it will bring things up. Well, dear friends, that was the inner child. Probably not the last time that we'll be coming to you with a video of the inner child. But for now, enjoy this experience with your inner child. Lovingly, from Mario
And Ian.
and from Ian.
Namaste.
Namaste.